So this is quite possibly the best monster they have ever released for free. I'm so surprised they've already released him for the public to get out of the bounty hunt. They really want you to play this one because he's the cheapest one, so there's no excuse now not to have your Lord Hydraka at rank 5. They are actually releasing him in the battle pass. This is insane and a great way to jumpstart your new account. Hydraka, as we all know, is the best monster in the game. He's actually why we are going into an abyssal era, because they realized Hydraka was, a water monster, and water monsters were too powerful. So they're making a whole era based off of him. You'll see it next week. But yeah, so besides that very important, fact for you all, let's get into the video. I'm going to go over these monsters and tell you who you should get in what order, and inform you on your battle pass options. So first we've got Clawlax. I always go over this first just for the people who are thinking about buying it, so I can either quickly tell them no, don't do it, or do it. He is just a guard down hater. He's just a guard down hater attacker. He might, let me check, because if he does have cold blood, then he's actually a pretty good attacker. But still, I think you've just got a lot of monsters with Pierce that just do better than him, so you really don't need him. He is a Clawlax, rank 1 cooldown, yeah. So, cold blood. This monster is a cold-blooded monster. He can go right past taunt and attack whoever he wants. So that immediately is a very powerful mechanic on this monster. He's got massive fire attacks. He's got a lot of good dots. He might be the best cold blood attacker we've had released yet. Because Connectro, he's got a lot of good things, but he doesn't have cold blood naturally. He has to apply it. So I really think that Clawlax might be a really good pickup. Because, he's a thunder cold blood monster. There's no good thunder Pierce monsters. There's Teddy Wave, but who's using Teddy Wave? So I think they might actually be good. They might be viable. I'd wait for Armor Gaming's video on them. I don't want to say anything too much. So you know what? And I am gonna go from worst to best. So first worst that you absolutely do not want to get unless you're like me and you're a collector, so you can pick them up for collection purposes only. Dreadrock. So his skill set is not the worst. Alright, I actually kind of appreciate his skill set, but the problem is his trait and his gimmick is just god-awful unusable. He tries to be a status caster, one-turn taunt monster, so the most possible protection you could actually get out of this monster is 2 turns of taunt with effort, and then you can apply all of these good tank stats, but what does that matter if you can't apply taunt, if you don't have taunt to stay? So yeah, he's definitely the worst guy on this list. We actually have a star-studded roster for this time. So second up on this list to pick up, I'd say, is Drobonaut. He's a water support with trait disable and stamina removal skills. He is basically K911, and I mean that with 100% of accuracy. He is literally K911. Some cleansing support. He's got trait disable. He's got positive effect removal. I think he's got an extra turn positive effect removal, but that could be wrong. He is definitely a good monster to just, remove status effects, go in and cleanse. And you can see there's 3 water monsters right here. The Abyssal era is about to have these water monsters all up front. You're going to need to use them for era sagas. And now era sagas, you don't need just 1 protagonist. You just need 3 monsters from that book. So you definitely want to pick these guys up. It's going to be so useful. So Drobonaut, trait disabler, positive effect removal monster, pretty good. So second up on the list, I'd have to say, is Urchinian. And he's not down here because he's bad. He's down here because the other ones are really good. He's a water magic controller with cold blood, freeze, drowned, and boiling skills. I actually love this monster. I love his design, first of all, but I love that he's in the winter books, so that's another decent pick for anyone who's willing to use him. He is a denier with freeze, and he has the dot of boiling and drown. But the really cool thing is he can apply cold blood, meaning just like his friend Clawlax, he can go right past taunt and apply his freezing to whoever he wants. He's basically a nerfed Georgia Lotto, so I know a lot of people won't even get him for fun, but like, isn't he a water monster? Wait, hold on. He should be here. Urchinia. Yeah, why wasn't he? Maybe I missed him. So he doesn't have cold blood as a trait, but he does have immune to torture, meaning this little crab. Oh my god, he's an urchin. You know what? Urchins are friends of crabs. I'm gonna stand this guy. This little urchin can't be destroyed by dots, so you can run him on like maybe a taunt Uriel base. He can just apply that cold blood, and then he can just go in and deny whoever he wants for 3 turns. Then he'll apply the cold blood again. He can apply boiling, which is a really powerful dot to whoever he wants. I just really like the monster. I can't over advertise them. They're just a decent denier with 2 good dots that can apply cold blood. So I'm letting you know. And they have trait immune to torture, which is always amazing. He gives himself immune to freeze as a status caster, so he can counter himself. So third up on the list of my recommended, and if you are in the comments, leave down your own personal list of like what order you think you should get them in. I'd have to put Jaeger Year End. His name is fun to say. This guy was an absolutely destructive Pierce monster back in his day. As far as I know, I think he's a rank 5 status caster, so he was really annoying to rank up. He wasn't a normal Pierce monster. He was one of these special ones. So okay, yeah, he's a monster who never actually gets pierced. Although magic weakness at the start of the battle and immune to torture, that is so powerful. So he was one of the pierce monsters who just gets pierced, does their attack, and it removes pierce. But he was actually really powerful. Apparently, he even managed to get like 100% win rate for a while. He's definitely a powerful Pierce monster. He's not as immediately powerful as other monsters who just start off with Pierce, but he's got a lot of cool little things he can do, and I think he's definitely worth picking up. After, like, he's definitely the 3rd worst, but that doesn't mean he's bad. So in the place after Jaeger Year End, I would have to put Oswald. Now, Oswald is actually absolutely amazing. He is literally what Chieftain Alaroque wanted to be. He is immune to control. He has immune to cooldown activation. He's got a stamina relic, which is funnily enough, now it's armor. Armor is a stamina relic. And he's got 0 cooldown, 0 stamina, and a 0 cooldown, 0 stamina. High attacks. So this monster is extremely powerful. He's really fun to play with. He's completely undeniable. So he's basically, well, other than soft denial, but this guy is as close as you'll get to an artifact who you can give triple damage. It is amazing. He is definitely great and definitely worth picking up. Yeah, he's just got such heavy attacks. He's so hard to stop. Trait Disable is really the only thing you can do to stop Oswald. He's a great just, boar attacker. He's just basically a bull. He'll run right through anything. So definitely worth picking up. He's definitely really fun to play with. And he's a great, good Legions monster for the times where he comes around. After that would have to come, I would say Hydrorian usually, but there's a reason I kind of got to put a disclaimer on Duke's Shrimpwater. Duke's Shrimpwater is OP, okay? He is basically Grakshack. He is more than literally just Grakshack, but even more powerful. His attacks are just higher. He's got Cleanse and Massive. He's got, super high AoE water damage. He's got great light damage, and he's water and dodge area in a fire pierce meta. So if he gets around to attacking all these fire monsters, he'll wipe them off the board. But the sad thing is, as great as he is, he only gets his massive usability at rank 5, and a lot of people can't afford to only have you great once you reach rank 5. So for that reason, I'm going to have to put him a little bit lower, but he can apply that dodge area. He can do so much, as if you can get him to rank 5, you got an absolutely amazing monster. He's just a great attacker. He's got great elements for right now in the meta. water to counter the fire and light, so it's light on light. You know, even if they do pierce, it'll just be light on light. So yeah, great and definitely worth picking up. After that is Hydrorian, who's really just, he's basically the boar, but with the best possible elements right now. I will put the disclaimer that a new water-based era is going to be coming up, so he'll probably get outclassed because there are a lot of water and metal monsters coming up, with Yaogoi Wang Zhao and Empress Thetis being the main antagonist of the next era. But this guy is great. He's just one of the best mechanical picks because he completely counters the meta. He is an artifact who is immune to cooldown, so just like Oswald, except now you can't even do soft denial. No matter what you do, you cannot stop this monster unless you cleanse away his trait. Alright? So he's completely unstoppable. He's got massive water attacks with 2 amazing dots, the same as Urchinian, funnily enough, drowned and boiling, that'll absolutely destroy any monster and really just destroy the fire and light meta. I've seen it because they'll just do their massive attack and then he gets to go. He has the elemental advantage and he just wrecks them. And he has metal attacks for all of the light meta. So he just has water and metal and a light and fire meta. He's completely undeniable in a meta where we've got a ton of amazing deniers. He's just got great damage output, although that's kind of getting outdated. But yeah, he is just an amazing absolute counter to everything that's going on. And I can't recommend more that you pick him up. Even if he might be outdated soon, they all will be outdated soon. You guys will see in the new video I'm going to make later, a new era is, a new rarity is coming. New relics, new everything. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. And last but not least, well, actually second to last, you'll see who the last really is. And I went in order from worst, like get them last to get them first. This is who you want to get first for absolutely sure. This is a Firefool. He is basically Omnia if she couldn't infinitely, he's basically Omnia plus Gahizel, because Gahizel can't infinitely cycle, but she can cycle pretty amazingly, and he is the same. He's got like remove positive effects extra turn. He's got a random buff to one ally extra turn. He's got a lot of positive random effects and a lot of random negative effects. But the biggest thing is that he can do a buff and then he can turn transfer. That is right. He is a turn transfer monster with, might I add, quite an amazing trait. I'll show you it right now. So, Blossom, Fire. Here you are, Firefool. He's the first fire and or earth monster, one or the other, to be able to turn transfer, and that is really powerful. But yeah, he's got Bulwark and Immune to Torture. That is just absolutely destructive. These are 2 amazing traits. I cannot wait to do my review on him. At rank 3, this guy just becomes a beast. And then his last 2, random negative effect weakness, random elemental weakness, random torture, those are just fun to play out with. If you got the right elemental weakness, you could be absolutely destroying them before the match starts. And if you got the random torture, maybe it has synergy with the elemental weakness. Maybe you get some powerful dots that kill a Megaton monster in one turn. I've seen it before, so it's not even out of the question. But, yeah. And then, the actual number 1 pick that you need to get before absolutely anyone is Lord Hydraka. This man is such a different beast that they had an entire Abomination Hater meta with the most OP Abomination monsters ever seen just to stand a chance against Hydraka. And sadly, he's not used in the meta anymore because everyone kind of has this agreement with people like Hydraka and like Servantex where it's too easy to win. So you kind of back off, you use different monsters, you try and let the meta not just be entirely Hydraka. But yeah, he's an amazing monster. You definitely want to pick him up. And I guarantee you, with 100% of certainty, that you are going to be using him next era because it's the Abyssal era. So definitely pick up him and Hydrorian because they are more than 100% certain gonna see them next era. So, yeah. Other than the fact that it's a joke. Get Hydraka last. Get Hydraka last. It's a joke. But still. Actually get Dreadlock last. But still. With that being said, that is my video going over every single monster here. It is an absolutely amazing lineup this bounty hunt. It is way better than the last like 2 months we've gotten of bounty hunt. So, I mean, all I can say is happy hunting. Oh, I got lucky. I got lucky. Yes. Yes. What I get? You get gems out of this too? Oh my god. This too amazing. Anyways, yeah, as you saw there, happy hunting, people. Make sure to get who is best first, but if you can get them all, then you're going to have an absolutely stacked lineup. They're all so impressive and so fun to play with. Thank you so much for watching. Your view means a lot. I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, leave a like to support the video. I love making these videos for you guys, to help you guys, help the community. And, if you just watched it for me, you're an OG. Leave a comment and I will respond. What is your personal list? Who are you getting? And who are you most excited to get? Personally, me, I am most excited to get Firefool. He's just an amazing monster, but he's also a Blossom monster, one of the few great Blossom monsters that I missed. And I can say the same about Oswald and Duke Shrimpwaiter. I have almost none of these guys, and that is just a dream for a collector like me. That means I'm going to be finishing some books today. Thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, subscribe to join the Crab Army. We are at 135 subscribers, and we're only, going to the moon. Thank you so much for being a part of it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it helpful. Hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Your favorite Omni-Crab, signing out.